Hey YouTube, it's Tuesday. Do you know what time it is? What time is it, Frank?
Well, let's see. Hold on.
I don't know.
I think I can tell you this. It's 2 o'clock.
Mine says 1:30.
No, it's 3:30. Well, hold on. No. 10.
10?
Oh, wait a minute. 9:45.
I'm just going to check my phone.
Check your phone. You can't do that while you're on a cruise.
What? So today we're going to talk all about time. It's one of Frank's favorite things is his watches.
I get so nervous. I don't want to be late.
He doesn't want to be late, and the reason why he doesn't want to be late is because very often ship time is different from shore time. It varies from cruise line to cruise line as to how they handle this. But very often ship time will be different than it is shore time, and it could start you could start your cruise, say, in Miami, in Miami time, and let's say it's 3 o'clock, and that cruise line could say, well, it's 3 o'clock on our ship, and it remains that for the whole length of the cruise.
No matter where you go.
No matter where you go, no matter what time change you have.
Your world is ship time.
Right.
That's easy.
However, well, it's not really, because...
It's not?
No.
Well, I need more watches because I have lots of travel watches that I bring with me. I hope it's enough.
It's plenty.
Okay.
But,
right.
you know, we'll get to that in a minute because I want to tell the subscribers that there are some cruise lines that change their time. And it's fine, because what'll happen is you'll get a little card in your stateroom the night before.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And it will say, be advised that you need to turn your clocks back an hour before you go to bed. And that we're reaching a new time zone. And very often that happens when we've left from Miami or even New York, and we enter into a Mexico Central time zone. We're from the East Coast, and we're on Eastern Standard Time. So we have to turn our clocks back an hour usually. And this is very, very important because you do not want to be late for the ship. So usually very often the next day you're going to be going on an excursion, or you're going to be going ashore. And you want to make sure that your watch is set to the time that the ship time is.
Right.
Not what it is on land, not what it is on your watch currently. You want to make sure. It is very, very important. And that's why in the beginning, Frank said, I shouldn't follow my cell phone. Now, your cell phone very often won't update to the current time because you've got it in airplane mode. So that you don't incur roaming charges when you're on the ship.
Ooh, but nobody thought of that.
Yep. And the other thing to think about is you can't always count on your cell phone, because your cell phone time might be different from ship time.
Exactly. Now, the ship will tell you when you're leaving to go on the island, exactly what time they will be leaving port. And you have to be back, what is it? What are they, an hour?
Usually you want to be back an hour before they pull out because they have to clear customs again.
The procedures, paperwork, checklists they've got to do in order to leave.
So we're going to run down a few things that you want to bring with you on your cruise pertaining to time. Now, I always bring my cell phone. I do look at the time occasionally on it. But I try not to depend on this for time. What I have is this little watch that is digital, because I hate the analog. I always screw it up when I'm setting it, or...
Can't tell time?
No.
Need more watches?
And this is nice because it is specific for travel. It has like a little clippy lanyard thingy, so I hook it right on my
Travel bag or
travel
backpack.
bag,
Right.
backpack, belt loop.
Right.
And,
Kevin does not wear a watch. Has never worn a watch for all that I've known him.
But this is invaluable to me. And not only is it invaluable to me for a watch, but this particular one actually has a compass on it.
Ooh.
So very often when we get off the ship, we're going to be running around touring an island that we've never been to before. And I will look when I get off the ship as to what position the ship is. So say northeast. Then I know what direction, if we get lost, we need to be going towards to get back to the ship.
I don't want to get lost in the jungle.
Well, he might not just get lost. I might just leave him there.
Ah.
Now, another thing that we bring with us
yes.
is our travel alarm clocks.
We each have a little AA battery powered travel alarm clock so that when we're in our cabin, Kevin has one on his little side of his bed on his nightstand, and I have one on mine. And you push a little button and it'll light up in the middle of the night.
Now, the travel alarm clocks are great for me because I get up a lot earlier sometimes than Frank, and everybody can be a little bit restless. Cabins do not have clocks in them.
Right.
There are no clocks anywhere in your cabin.
Right.
So it's very nice to be able to roll over and see what time it is. And, usually I'm up and about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And what I'll do is we generally don't set everything at the same time. So, that's funny. We generally don't set everything at once. So we will set our alarm clocks based on the card that we've received the night before in our cabin.
Right.
So this clock is always right. That's how we operate. And then in the morning, I will reset this if we've turned back or gone forward.
Right, before we leave the ship.
And Frank will reset his watches.
Yes, all of them.
Now, Frank really likes watches, much like Imelda Marcos. So, like shoes.
I love watches. This is
So-
just a small sample that I have in my travel watch case.
Well,
that
I was going to tell him that this is
Yes.
a new piece to our travel arsenal
Yes.
of baggage and
It goes in
packing.
goes in my
accoutrement.
carry-on tote bag, and I have when I travel, I obviously have one watch on me, and I'm able to bring 4 different watches when I go on vacation.
Hey,
So
wait
that
a minute. I noticed you're wearing my watch.
Oh, well, that's the watch that's allegedly yours, but you never wear it.
Well,
And so
I
I don't
did-
even know why you have it. So
I did wear
let's-
it the last
Let's
time.
just move on.
All right.
But I got the small travel watch case. I could have got the bigger one. I would have brought all my watches. I have upstairs in our bedroom on our dresser a large watch case that Kevin bought me one year for Christmas or my birthday.
I think it was our anniversary, but
Okay,
I love
whatever.
you nevertheless. Thank you so much for remembering the beautiful times we spend together.
But it has all my watches in it under a glass cover. It has my initials engraved on a gold plate and drawers for assorted watches and jewelry. So,
So Frank brings his watches, brings a selection of watches with him.
and I forgot to say that when we go on every cruise we go on, guess what I buy? I buy new watches.
Cruises
Yay!
are great to get new watches. They have, some of the ships have very lovely jewelry stores that have great deals on some high-end watches, but we go for the cheapo watches.
Yeah, I'm all about the 1999 watches.
Oh.
Get out of my way because I'm going to run you over to get to that
Better
table.
yet, a lot of the cruise lines have a $10 sale
Ooh.
at the end of the cruise
then
last
I'm
day.
buying two.
Yep.
Maybe 3.
So,
Drink of the day, watch of the day.
So we want to thank you for spending some time with us, and I hope that this helps you prepare for why you need to pay attention to the time.
That's right. You don't want to be getting off the ship, sitting in a restaurant, looking at the restaurant's clock and saying, oh yeah, we got time before we have to go back. The restaurant clock may not be the same time as the ship time, and you're done eating and you're on your way down to the ship, and guess what? Ship is gone. They've left.
What to bring? Bring an alarm clock, bring a watch, and until then, we want to remind you to
Travel safe.
and cruise often.
On time.
On time.